Hi there, it's Mrs. Sananacone back for another story time. And in case you forgot, Sananacone rhymes with banana cone. Sananacone, banana cone. Hi there. This week's story is an interesting one. I can't wait to hear what you think. Trying to solve problems by adding more things. Sometimes when you add more things, instead of helping, it makes things a little bit harder and more overwhelming. Listen to the story to see what problems and solutions come up. This story is called The King of Too Many Things. The next few images or pictures are from the front cover of the book. Look around and see the different clues that might give you a prediction of what this story is going to be about. The author of this book is Laurel Snyder. She wrote the words. The illustrator of this book is Aurora DeMont. She drew the pictures. This book was published by Rodale Kids. Once upon a time, in a small kingdom with an even smaller king, Jasper had a good thing going. It was fun being the king. Every morning he ruled from his throne of pillows, and each afternoon he spent a few hours reading, coloring, and having a snack with Greg. It was nice. But one morning Jasper woke up wanting more. His books seemed boring, his crayons were dull, even his favorite gold crayon. Let's take a quick time out and think. If you were bored and you had a wizard, what would you wish for? What would you get the wizard to get for you so you could have fun? You know what we need, he said to the wizard. A dragon. A dragon? Asked the wizard. Sure, said Jasper. Dragons are exciting. Everything's better with dragons. I'm not so certain, said the wizard, but Jasper was the king, and so, poof! One exciting dragon. The dragon dazzled. He did loop-de-loops in the throne room. He shot through the window and into the sky. But as Jasper watched, a rose bush down in the courtyard burst into flames. Suddenly, there were tiny fires everywhere. Yikes! Jasper shouted, dashing outside. This is not what I meant by exciting. Do something! Turn 'em off! Sorry, said the wizard. I don't know how to turn off a dragon. Jasper stared at the flames. Then he snapped his fingers. I know! Robots. Robots? Asked the wizard. Robots will stomp out the fire, said Jasper. Robots will save the day. Robots will be terrific. I'm not so certain, said the wizard, but Jasper was the king, and so poof. Two terrific robots. The robots did put out the fires. They also trudged and trampled everything in sight. Small children ran away in fear. These robots are a problem, cried Jasper. Try something else. Like what? Asked the wizard. Superheroes, said Jasper. Superheroes? Asked the wizard. Jasper nodded. Superheroes can fix anything. They're super. I'm not so certain, said the wizard, but Jasper was the king, and so poof. 3 superheroes. Catch that dragon, said Jasper. Stop those robots. The superheroes tied up the robots. They put the dragon on a handy leash. They even took Jasper for a ride. But when the kids of the kingdom saw Jasper flying, they wanted a ride too. Soon boys and girls were shouting all over town. They wailed from trees and porches. They refused to eat their dinners. Me! Pick me! The wizard developed a headache. This is not super anymore, said Jasper. Now what? Don't look at me, replied the wizard. You're the king. I know. Kittens. Kittens? Asked the wizard. Everyone loves kittens, said Jasper. Kittens will stop the wailing. We need kittens. Couldn't we just put everyone in a time out? Asked the wizard. Jasper shook his head. Kittens, he insisted. Kittens are cute. The wizard could hardly argue with that. Anyway, Jasper was the king, and so poof! Cute kittens everywhere. Meow. One by one, the kids stopped wailing, because it's true, everyone loves kittens. But Jasper still had a problem, or 4. The kittens teased the dragon, who spit sparks. The kittens pounced the robots, who clanked furiously. The kittens climbed the superheroes, shredding their tights. And the kittens licked the butter. Then there was Greg. Oh, poor Greg, cried Jasper. This won't do. Wizard! But the wizard was nowhere to be seen. Wizard! So Jasper grabbed Greg and ran away from the kittens and the mess and the noise and the fire and the clanking. He ran all the way back to the castle and his quiet throne of pillows. A few minutes later, there was a knock at the door. Who is it? Asked Jasper. I'm Janie, said Janie. From down the street? I'm just returning your kitten. He makes me sneezy. Oh, wow. I made a big mess, huh? Asked Jasper. You sure did, said Janie. A real catastrophe. I'm sorry, said Jasper. How can I make it up to you? Well, I could use a snack, said Janie. When Jasper returned, Janie was busy, and Greg was sound asleep. After a while, Jasper looked up from his drawing. Hey, he said, this is nice. It is nice, said Janie, but do you know what might be even nicer? Jasper shook his head emphatically. Nothing, he said. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Nice is nice enough. But you're the king, said Janie. You could wish for anything. Don't you want anything more? Jasper considered her question. Well, he admitted at last, I guess there is one thing. I could use some help cleaning up all that mess. And so it was that Jasper made a friend, Janie got a snack, and Greg took a much-needed nap. After that, they rolled up their sleeves and did a little picking up. Well, more than a little. But then they lived happily ever after. Only now with a few more kittens. The end. So, what did you think? Was it a thumbs up? I loved it. or a thumbs down. This was not the book for me. What do you think the message or the moral of the story was? Did you have a favorite part? One of my favorite parts is when Jasper finally realizes that he doesn't need anything else to make him happy. I also kind of like how the wizard knows Jasper's making bad choices and lets him make and learn from his own mistakes. And that's the end of today's story. Until next time, remember to take deep breaths, stay safe, wear your mask when you go out in public, sanitize and wash your hands, and read a good book. And remember that I love you. Till next time, bye.